Hey friends, my name is Roger and welcome to Lightroom Thursday, where I offer a tip or technique on using Lightroom every Thursday. So have you ever taken an image where the subject's face comes out a lot darker than we had hoped? Perhaps part of or all of their face ended up shadowed. Well, there is a way to lighten just the skin of a subject without having to use any selective adjustments. So here we have an image of a fellow whose face is a little bit shadowed. So what we want to do is brighten the skin to take away some of that shadowing. So to do so, let's switch to the Develop module. And then we want to expand the HSL panel over here in the right pane. So we'll click on the words HSL. And then you want to make sure that you're in luminance and not saturation. Otherwise, you could end up with kind of a sunburn effect, as we see here, which nobody wants. So let me zero those out. And then let's click the Luminance tab of the HSL panel. So once we're here, we drag the red and orange sliders to the right until the skin is the way you want. So I'm going to drag the red slider pretty much all the way to the right. Notice how some of that shadowing disappears as I drag. I'm going to drag the orange as well. And with this, you don't want to drag too much, otherwise we'll lose some of the detail there near the window. So maybe about so. So let's look at the before, after. Before, after. So it definitely takes some of that shadowing away. And what's nice about this is all of the person's skin will brighten, not just their face. Now I will say that these sliders do have an effect on all of the other reds and oranges in the image, but it's really minimal. And my experience has shown that it doesn't tend to negatively affect the rest of the image. And I have another image I want to work on, this image here of a construction worker. And again, you want to make sure that we're in the Luminance tab of the HSL panel. And then we're going to drag the reds and oranges to the right. And notice his face immediately began to lighten as I drag. And notice that the orange railing also brightens as I move the sliders, which in this case is actually an improvement. We can see that some areas of the man's jacket also become brighter, but definitely not enough to matter. Again, we'll look at our before, after, before, after. So really quite an improvement from the way it was originally. And by the way, this also works in the cloud version of Lightroom as well. So as always, I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. And if you like this video, please click the like button as it really helps my channel out. So that about does it. I will talk to you all in the next video. Roger and out.